Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. You might think that today's video was inspired by a smoking hot woman, but it was actually inspired by a street name in Nashville, Tennessee. Dallas Frazier wrote Elvira in 1966, the Oak Ridge Boys made it famous in 1981, and more recently, Home Free collaborated with those same Oak Ridge Boys to put a new spin on it. I'm going to take a listen to that for the first time now. Let's get to it.
High, oh silver, eyes that look like heaven, lips like cherry wine. That girl can't show enough, make my little light shine. I get a funny feeling up and down my spine, 'cause I know that my Elvira's mine. And I'm singing
Okay, I gotta stop and talk about so many of the amazing things that just happened. First of all, the vibe is incredible here, right? I think that this idea of just hanging out, essentially I want to say in somebody's backyard recording studio, if that's a thing, it just feels so down home, for lack of a better word. They feel like they're vibing together, that they're just friends. And the Oak Ridge Boys have, I think this particular lineup has been together since 1973. And they feel like the old timers here, maybe, who are sort of welcoming the newcomers into the scene, or kind of saying at the same time, like, yeah, you've got it. You're going to continue this legend that we've set up. It's just a really awesome vibe, the camaraderie. You just get a feeling that they really like each other, which is adorable. Also, I just realized Austin is wearing an Oak Ridge Boys t-shirt, question mark, with the cutoffs. He's wearing their merch, and that's adorable. He's totally fanboying, so cute. Okay, besides that, there's I really love the beatboxing that is in here. I think that it sets the stage so well for it to have a slightly different vibe. Right? I think this is the only a cappella version of this song, but I've listened to a few different ones, and they don't have that drive of energy the way that I'm feeling in the beginning of this. And I think that's primarily due to Adam Rupp's beatboxing. And this, yeah, he's got a lot of extra little sounds that are in there. It's cool. It's really on fire. It's great. And then, okay, just one more thing, and we're going to go back. I also feel extremely impressed by tenor man in Oak Ridge Boys, Joe Bonsall. He sounds so good. His chords, when they come together, when they're going wacka, 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 right? They are coming together so cleanly. When you get older, a lot of times you lose that cleanliness in the sound. The chords become less pliable. It's more likely for a little bit of air to escape in there. And he sounds strong and fantastic in this upper range. It's really, really gorgeous and fresh. And he must have amazing technique to be continuing that since 1973. Okay, back to the beginning.
high, oh silver,
Such a fanboy. Right, I wanna know what was going on here. I feel like what's his name? William Lee Golden. I'm not very familiar with the Oak Ridge Boys, just a little bit, so I did have to match names and pictures right before recording this video. I feel like he's talking about how amazing his drink from Starbucks is, though, which makes me really wonder what drink that is. You know, are we talking about a pumpkin spice latte here? Are we talking about some good tea, maybe? I don't know, but that drink looks like it's very, very interesting. Okay, one more time, back to the beginning.
high, oh silver,
Yeah.
eyes that look like heaven, lips like cherry wine. That girl can't show enough, make my little light shine.
I love Rob's sassy moment in there. I like the way that that's combined with the sort of smooth personality that Tim has going on. Right. He's got such a nice smile in his voice while he's talking about this girl. And I like he did some really tasteful slides in there too. And then the way that Rob popped in was like, yeah, she's good. It's fun.
Growing up, make my little light shine. I get a funny feeling up and down my
Such
spine.
a healthy sound.
'Cause I know that my Elvira's mine. And I'm singing Elvira, Elvira. My heart's on fire for Elvira. Giddy up, papa, mow, mow. Giddy up, papa, mow, mow. High, oh, silver, away.
This really does have a feeling like they're showing them the way. I think we had Richard Sturban, I believe, that just did the bass line, and then Tim copied it right afterwards. First of all, I like the way that this bass line is written with sounds. It's really fun. It's just when you get, it's almost like onomatopoeia, I think is the word for it. When you get sounds like that are written out, they're just fun to sing. They're fun to say too. It's like a really cool writing technique. So for all of you out there who are songwriters or arranging for a cappella, coming up with just cool, not really lyrics, but sounds in songs like this, it makes it really fun to sing, and that makes it really fun to listen to. So please do that more. Let's go back a little bit.
Giddy up, papa, mow, mow. Giddy up, papa, mow, mow. High, oh, silver, away.
I'm gonna meet her at the Hungry House Cafe. I'm gonna give her all the love I can.
Yes, I am.
She's gonna jump and holler, 'cause I saved up my last $2. And we're gonna find that preacher man.
Oh my goodness. I feel like Austin's excitement is so contagious in this. Every time the cameras panned out, I've had my eyes drawn to him because he looks like he's just so excited to be singing with these guys. It's super cute. He sounds amazing. Right. He has such an incredible voice. I think this might be the youngest I've ever heard Austin sing too, or the youngest version of him. I've heard later videos with him quite a bit, but yeah, I think this is one of the earliest ones since he joined Home Free. So it's really wonderful. I love his fast runs. It's great. And I love the way that he can skyrocket and sound so effortless in his high notes there. This was really, really cool. This is their lead singer, Dwayne. So when you have a barbershop quartet, essentially, when you're putting those voices together, I think it's always really essential that the lead has something extra spicy about their style, or about their sound, that helps draw them forward. Often they are carrying the melody of whatever the song is that the quartet's singing together. So Dwayne here, he sounded like he had a lot of extra style that was available to him. I think that makes it helps pop that lead out extra. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, that's that key change.
I'm gonna meet her at the Hungry House Cafe.
Yeah, the way he says Hungry House, there's so much extra that's
give
added.
her all the love I can.
Yes, I am.
Ooh, she's gonna jump and holler.
Yes, I am.
Ooh.
I like that. I think it's ooh, she's gonna jump and holler, but Austin goes into it like a little bit of an in, ooh, right? And it gets like a really nice focus on the sound. It's okay to have a little bit of nasality in that, right? By adding that in, and that's totally fine, totally acceptable. It gives it a little extra twang, right? It's such an organic sound and entry into it. It sounds very real, very much like the excitement that he is showing.
The love I can.
Yes, I am.
Ooh, she's gonna jump and holler, 'cause I saved up my last $2, and we're gonna find
So
that
good.
preacher man. And I'm saying,
Elvira. Elvira. My heart's on fire for Elvira. Giddy up.
Papa, papa, mow, mow.
Giddy up.
Papa, papa, mow, mow.
Oh, silver.
I love that that the way he did a sideways tilt with it and like also gives a snarl to it was really, really delightful. I find myself also just thinking about how Adam Rupp deals with all of that saliva from having done some beatboxing and been venturing out into the beatboxing land a little bit in the last year. When you have such continuous lines like he's got going on here, it definitely makes me get a lot of extra saliva in the mouth, and he's continuing without break. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know that you can record these things in sections, but they need to be able to perform it live too. So he's got to be able to manage it, and it's very impressive to me, especially considering how many really incredibly fast lines he's got going on, and then how tight some of his sounds are. It's it's cool. It's really good. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna go back a little bit because I wanted that one more bass moment.
Giddy up.
Papa, papa, mow, mow.
Giddy up.
Papa, papa, mow, mow.
Oh, silver. Anyway.
That was really cool filler. Transitions are really hard. I think they always have to have a lot of new material in them. And I love the way that this transition into the next session really continued that energy to the next level. It's hard to find new material like that that will really amp it up all the time. Okay, the extra body percussion that's happening at this point. I love, we've got some claps, maybe either like a chest stomp or a stomp, something that's happening there. I like that we have more reverb that is happening on that as well. I feel like the whole thing, production-wise, got taken out into a bigger space. Again, heightening that energy level as we're going through. Really cool arrangement technique there. And then this like bromance that's happening between these two tenors is hilarious. It's so cute that he decides to take a selfie with everyone. Okay, back a little bit. That spaciousness is really nice.
Giddy up.
Papa, papa, mow, mow.
Giddy up.
Papa, papa, mow, mow.
Oh, silver.
I love that. I feel like the basses are going lower and lower with this, which is so delightful. And I want to say that sounded like he might have dropped into some sub-harmonics. It did sound very akin to a foghorn there.
Giddy up.
Papa, papa, mow, mow.
Giddy up.
Papa, papa, mow, mow.
It's so low. Wow. Wait, no way. Is that really that low?
Giddy up. Giddy up. High on silver.
Wow, that is so low. He's going all the way down to E there.
Giddy up. Giddy up.
And man, it's such brilliant arrangement here because they drop out everything else just to feature that super mega low note from Tim. Wow. That's really cool. One more time.
Giddy up. Giddy up. High on silver and way.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Oh my gosh, no way, they're gonna sign his shirt at the Oh, so that's awesome. I wanted to say one of the things that makes it feel like it feels such a good vibe, so much good friendship is there's just so many fun organic reactions. At one point back here, when we heard Tim's super low note there, you had Dwayne essentially kind of fall over. I also love that you have Adam Chance in the end, who essentially gives the floor over to Tim for that moment. There's so many really good, and like the pointing even that you see Tim doing right here, they are really bringing that vibe into each other. And part of what makes it fun is just seeing how they interact.
Giddy up. Silver and way. My heart is on. My heart is on. My heart is on fire.
Whoa. Okay, we're going back. This is a really, really cool shift in section here.
My heart is on. My heart is on. My heart is on fire.
So a couple of different things that I find fascinating is they've switched to a minor key right there on My Heart Is On. And then on Fire, they're using a triplet. And it's a certain kind of rhythm that purposely goes against the beat. It falls in between beats kind of in an almost syncopated kind of way. So a triplet often you'll have like 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. So you can hear that I've got a 2 beat essentially going on underneath, and then I say 3 over the 2. When you have that 3 over the 2, it drives the energy forward, which you've heard me say a bunch of times now in this song. They've done so many things to help level up this energy as it's going through. And this triplet really does a nice job here. One more time.
My heart is on. My heart is on. My heart is on fire.
I love that slide down too. Ooh, and
My
right.
heart's on fire for Elvira.
Whoa. Wow. This is a cool ending.
My heart's on fire for Elvira.
Oh man, Adam Rip has so many cool like different tom sounds that he's getting in that extra measure of beatboxing goodness. I like that. And I really like that they also drop out the some of the more bassy sounds, including I think kicks in there when they go up at first in this ending, this sort of cadenza, if you will, and then they bring it back in for the end.
On fire.
Oh wait, gotta go back a little bit further. Boop.
My heart's on fire.
So up in this area that we just heard, you didn't have any beatboxing, and the low notes were not very low. So it felt essentially top heavy. And then when those bottom things come back in, it feels like, whoa, yeah, it all filled out.
For Elvira.
Fill it out.
My heart's on fire for Elvira.
So nah, honey, I'm good. I could have another.
thank you so much for watching our video for Elvira. What an honor and a pleasure to work with the Oak Ridge Boys. It doesn't get much better than that. And a big shout out to Geoff Castellucci from VoicePlay for an incredible arrangement.
Woo! Thanks for helping us.
Absolutely.
Geoff Castellucci from VoicePlay is super, super awesome. I've now interviewed both Tim and Geoff, and I have to say that these guys are just wonderful, wonderful people. Doesn't surprise me that Geoff made a really dope arrangement for them, and that's just fantastic. Awesome, awesome job. Congrats to both Home Free, the Oak Ridge Boys, and Geoff. I love that in order for this video to come together, you had to have collaboration essentially from 3 amazing male groups. So you have, of course, Home Free and the Oak Ridge Boys, and then also VoicePlay and Geoff Castellucci on that arrangement. So wow, congrats on everybody for just creating that kind of amazing, friendly vibe where you can collaborate in a way that makes awesome things awesomer. It's really cool. I loved the arrangement. I loved the performance of it as well. Man, the Oak Ridge Boys sound really good still. And I love the way that it felt like they were, you know, kind of bringing Home Free into the fold. And I just got to say, Adam Rupp's beatboxing in this definitely gave it a new energy that was different and exciting. And I loved that particular twist on it especially. If you would like to see more videos like this analyzing some a cappella music, there is a wonderful playlist right here. And I hope to see you somewhere soon. Thanks.